Welcome, guys. So this is my follow-up video that I've done on the 26-inch uh, Hanke luggage, and we took it for a 3-week vacation. So I had a flight to Taiwan, then transfer to Bangkok. Then from Bangkok, I flew to Manila. From Manila, I flew to Tacloban City, from Tacloban to Cebu, and Cebu back to Taiwan and Chicago. So this luggage has been through a couple airports. Now, I had a issue where when I got to Bangkok, the wheel was out. It was gone. Technically, it broke. Okay, and because it broke in the back, and I'll show you what happened. So technically, this is the wheel assembly. It goes like this, and this was left over. Unfortunately, because it will broke on the same side that your handle is. It did not allow me to just roll the luggage, versus if you can roll it like this. It would be easier if the front wheel was broken, because you can always tilt it and just roll the luggage on the back wheels, but that was not my case. So what I end up doing is, technically I had a backpack with me. I put the backpack on this side to kind of pull more weight on this side, and I was still able to roll it, but it's obviously not an ideal situation. It is what it is. Now, I looked at different luggages, and a lot of luggages technically had the same wheels. Some of them have they're kind of built a little bit deeper into it, which I think it's a good idea, because, it's a little bit more protective. These are just super exposed, so I'm not gonna give them a minus for that, because it's a very common way that luggages put their wheel. I think it's just my case is unfortunate, and it is what it is. This luggage fully loaded was about 20 kilos. I'm a pretty big guy, so to carry 20 inches in a box like that, that's pretty it's pretty heavy. So like I said, I kind of tried to roll it the way it was, but like I said, occasionally it was a problematic, but it is what it is, right? You have to make it with what you got. So what happened was, when I got home, and like I said, let me show you the wear. So there's a couple nicks here, and all this can be probably cleaned up, not a problem. So a little. So I'm guessing from the carousels or conveyors, if you want to call them, just a couple nicks here and there, but there's no serious damage outside of that wheel. So once I got home, I reached out to the seller. You have to reach out to the seller through Amazon, and I told them that the issue that I have, that the wheel broke off. The seller, and this is the liner, it unzips technically. So the seller reached out to me right away. So plus to them, and they told me if I can send them a picture. So I sent them a picture of the broken wheel, and they sent me another email asking me if I can send them a picture of the wheel assembly, so they can send me a replacement. So I actually have a light to kind of show you how these things kind of work inside. Okay, so this should be a little bit better for the camera. Okay, so the wheels, the way they're assembled, and let's just say that, see this bracket, or this is a housing where the inside your handlebar kind of slides in and out, right? So this actually doesn't come out. So when you look at this one over here, this is the wheel next to it, let me see if I can get a better light. It has 5 screws. I was able to get to the screw, not a problem. This one, not a problem. This one was a little bit more complicated, but I got it out. And I got this one out. I couldn't get out. I couldn't get to that one in the corner over there. Okay. Because technically, no matter how you're going to get to it, this is in a way. And when you look at this bar, this bracket that holds the rails together, or handlebars in place, you have screw here, but these two in the middle are rivets. Rivets are not removable. So I sent a seller another message and I said, look, this is my issue. I cannot get to this last screw. And if I would like to remove the bar to give me some room, when you look at the secondary bracket on top, it shows you that it has screw kind of next to this bar. But as you see that this bar, technically, it's kind of clamped in there, right? But, he said he's going to reach out to the engineers and find out, like, what's the solution. Same thing. He got back to me with a photo, and the photo actually showed me to remove these screws. So once I removed these screws, I noticed that, yes, this bar does not move, but the assembly of it moves. And I was able to push it in enough, okay, to pull this out of this bracket that's holding it, right? So as you see, now it's outside of it. So I was able to put in a screwdriver through a small opening, get to that screw, and finally remove this housing that they needed picture for to send me a correct wheel assembly. So this is gonna be probably, I'm gonna get the whole piece with the kind of wheel attached to it so I can screw it back in, put this back in, put a screw here, replace the screws over here, and the luggage should be good as new. All right, so this is an issue that technically is going to be resolved very soon. So, when you're buying luggages or when you're buying things that, let's say have a 3-year warranty, for example, a big deal for me is that actually the seller stands behind the product, which seems to be the case. The seller responded to my emails fairly quick. They were very helpful, like I said, and so I gotta give him a A+ for the customer service, and that they're standing behind their product. The luggage is it looks very nice, and it stands out from other luggages, which I kind of like, because if you have a hell lot of different luggages, and some of them they just look similar, and you see people, they pull out the luggage and then they look at their name, it's like, oh, that's not mine, they gotta pull it back in. You don't deal with that, like with this luggage. It's very distinct, and it's just kind of like I said, it's very easy to spot. It rolls very nice. The 26-inch over 24 that I had before, it's a massive improvement in volume. Okay, the lid that opens all the way to the top versus, usually when they open in the middle, it's also very, very good. Like, I actually love the design. It's just, it gives you more space. It's still like, if you load it up a little bit above the, even above the line, there's still some give on this. So this is a kind of hard plastic, but it's got some give and flexibility to it. So packing, I gotta give him 10 out of 10. I love the design. It's like I said, you can grab it here, you can grab it here, you can grab it here. The design, the color just overly looks just very nice and looks very luxurious. I gotta give him a 10 out of 10 too for that. What else I could say? The cup thing, it's like this. So because usually this is a check-in baggage, right? It's not a carry-on. So usually once you get to the airport, first you're gonna check your baggage in, and then you're gonna go in the waiting room. So it's not gonna be there. But in case if you have it there, like I said, you have the cup holders, so you can sit down and just, put your coffee, whatever, on top of it, and then use it kind of as a table. That's a nice kind of add-on to it. So looks good. Usefulness, it's like I said, you have a lot of space. I fully loaded. I was able, it was about 20 pounds. So these short distance flights, they allow for like 20 kilos. The international ones are like 25 kilos. So me fully loaded with clothes, and I had a lot of things. I was a little bit over 20, little bit 20 kilos, but I didn't actually have an issue with the weight. So it's a good luggage. I mean, I'm gonna keep it. Like I said, I'll probably even might get the little bit smaller one. That's a carry-on, not a check-in. So I would, like I said, I'm gonna keep it. I think it's one of the nicest luggages I kind of had, and just the design, from the design point of view, from the customer service, I think it's a go. Like, I would recommend this luggage to pretty much anyone. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and hopefully this is gonna help to make a decision for someone if you want to buy this or not. And like I said, I bought this on Amazon. This is a 26-inch Hanke luggage, A+ luggage, really good for customer service, design, space, and everything. All right, guys.